from Los Angeles, California. We are the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Hello there, friend-a-roonies, and welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who is currently sans pants and underwear, and right now is on the corner beating off his boner for quarters. That's Geoff Clark.
I am running low on quarters. How did you know? What's up, everyone?
And transmitting to us from the Asbury Park Boardwalk, the bearded booger-eating barnacle known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo! Brap, brap.
I mean, for as hard as we went on the tracksuit discussion yesterday, I'm surprised the only evidence we've seen of it was just in that quick story that went away. Like...
Wait a minute. Yesterday or last week?
Last week. That's what I meant.
Okay.
I was confused too. I thought maybe you guys hung out and talked about it a lot. And
No,
then
we had plans,
once
but Geoff bailed on me.
That was like a week and a half ago, dickhead.
Sorry. You bail on me so much, I can't keep track of them.
How much longer are you going to hold that over my head? It wasn't just you that I bailed on. I bailed on other people, too.
But I don't know, you seem
I'm a
so...
serial bailer.
Yeah, that doesn't make it okay, Geoff.
I'm a serial bailer.
When you were talking about this enthusiasm for the tracksuits, I thought I was going to be seeing it a lot.
I only got one.
Geoff's enthusiasm for tracksuits has me seriously contemplating working them into my fall and winter wardrobe.
What the hell is this? I'm going to be the weirdo out now. Do I have to buy a tracksuit? Are there any?
We should have like a tracksuit Monday or a tracksuit episode.
Oh, Carl would love that. Dude, I got to see if any death metal bands make tracksuits.
Is Carl anti-tracksuit, or maybe it's just like one of those things where she needs to see it to be into it?
No, I think she's seen it, and that's why she's not into it.
Go figure. I'll wear my tracksuit to your guys' apartment next time. You guys have people over.
Okay. I mean...
You're doing a Mario Party, right? I'll wear my tracksuit to that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I got to see what the release date is for that, because my October just got a little more complicated.
Oh, is this the thing you were alluding to in our group chat?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, October 17th. I do believe I'll be in town for that. But,
I actually won't be, I don't think.
You going to Tracksuit Con in Atlantic City, New Jersey?
No, I'm going to the Chicago land area.
No, they moved it to Sea Caucus this year.
Fuck you. I think I'm going... I don't know. I gotta look it up, actually. Anyways, what were you gonna do?
You silly bitch. Well, I guess I can let the cat out of the bag. I don't want anybody getting their hopes up. I did not sell the movie. I just want to start with that, because I know anytime I feel like I have good news, they're like, "You sold it?" It's like, I wish, but something very, very cool regarding the second coming of John Cooper. I woke up this morning to an email that the film is now an official selection of the Smodcastle Film Festival, which is...
That's fucking rad, dude.
Kevin Smith's film festival. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been... It's kind
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you. You know, Carl has... September is her just like psychotically busy month, and it really kicks her ass. And now that she's also teaching yoga on top of all that, she has just been like run into the dirt, and she really wanted to take a vacation at the end of the month. And I'm like, well, we just have to schedule it around the film festival just in case I get in. And it was a little bit of a bummer just waiting so long because it's in a month. It's at the end of October. So we couldn't really make any plans. I mean, I kept telling her, I was like, look, wherever you want to go, I can fly from Jersey and just go wherever you are. We just want to be able to fly there together. But I think she's like, you know what, it's too complicated. And yeah, now it's just the festival, but I got Dom's bachelor party in like next weekend. And then
No, it's 2 weeks. Yeah, it's
it's not this
a week
weekend,
from
right?
this Friday. Yeah, it's the
next
weekend after. So you'll be here in just over a week.
Yeah. And then I've got the film festival the last weekend in October. Then I've got Dom's wedding in November. And then back to the East Coast again for Christmas. It's a good thing I have frequent flyer miles left. Holy shit.
So I will be there. You'll just need to
Film
give me the
festival
specifics. So to the festival. Well, I'll be at the bachelor party, but I'll also be at the film festival. That's close enough for me to drive to.
Yeah, I mean, I literally haven't gotten any details yet. I keep checking my email, but the only reason I know that I'm in the festival is because the website that you submit to film festivals through, Film Freeway, sent me the notification. And then here you go, you can access the Laurels. The Laurels are pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the schedule is because it's all weekend. So I don't know if it's showing every day. I don't know if it screens once the entire weekend. I don't know if it's invite only. I don't know if it's open to the public. I don't know if you pay to get in. I really don't know anything about it yet because, I let my family know, and everybody's like, we want to go, we want to go, we want to go. And I'm like, well, I don't know yet.
So
Gotta get you in the main stage, bro, or in the main theater.
I know, dude. They if you win an award at Kevin Smith's film festival, you get a golden movie statue, which if you're not big into the Kevin Smith universe, I think it might have been around Dogma when they created movies. It was either Dogma or Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I think, where they have their fast food restaurant movies, and there's like a calf as their corporate logo, like their Ronald McDonald. So you get a golden movie statue, which just makes me want to win this fucking more than anything right now. I want that trophy so bad.
Getting that trophy means more than selling the movie, huh?
I mean, at this point, I mean, like, who knows what can come from this? If like you're like, hey, this film's making the round at festivals, it won shit. Here are some of the awards. It definitely makes it easier to sell it. So who knows?
Just try selling it to Kevin Smith when you're there. You've met him a bunch of times, right?
Yeah. Not to the point where I would expect him to remember me if I like bumped into him. Because I mean, Kevin Smith.
Maybe he will now.
That whole world has been, I've just been like flirting on the edge of it since I was a kid. My dad lived in Leonardo, the town where they shot Clerks. So when my dad would take me to the job site early in the morning, we would stop at the Quick Stop before Clerks even came out. And then when I saw Clerks, I was like, holy shit, that's the fucking convenience store right down the street from my dad's house. And then, like, I would spend a lot of time with my dad in the summers, and I would always bump into Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. And then, when I saw Clerks, that's what made me want to be a filmmaker. I always knew I wanted to be in entertainment in some way, shape, or form. Like when I was a little kid, I wanted to be an actor until I tried acting, and I was like, oh, this is hard, and I'm fucking terrible at it. And I also have a very punchable face, so maybe behind the screen, the camera is more my speed. And when I saw Clerks, I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to be a writer. I want to make fucking dirty R-rated comedies. And then, like, just Kevin Smith got there way earlier than I did, but better late than never. Made my first feature in my 40s, ultra low budget, shot mostly in one location. I mean, this is the hat I wore on the first day of set shooting it, wearing like a clerk's hat.
It looks like you can buy, just from looking at last year's stuff, it looks like it's shown once and you buy tickets for the specific movies.
Ooh. All right. That's gonna be tricky to navigate. I guess I'm gonna have to get a hold of these people and figure out.
Can I watch my movie?
Yeah. What's the show time? When does my movie show? And then let my family know before.
There's nothing even today. So today's the selection day, which is why you got the email today.
Yeah.
But the website just says it doesn't say anything. It just is a blank landing page right now and has rules for submitting. So
yeah, I'm sure they've got that. It's probably a very busy time right now for the people that work on the festival. And I'm probably gonna like tonight, since it's Jersey based, I'll send an email just being like, hey, so I got selected, or any details and stuff, and maybe they'll see it in the morning. But I don't know, it's also just so cool that now my movie is going to be shown in the theater that my dad used to take me to when I was a kid.
That's
Pretty
fucking sweet. That's the awesome part.
And my aunt still lives right around the corner from that theater. And her and my dad used to go there when they were kids. It's I've ever since I found out about this website, I used to submit my screenplays to it. Every time I would finish a new screenplay, I would register it and then search around for festivals that seemed appropriate for it, lower tier stuff that skews towards comedy. And this is the first time I've ever had a completed film to start shopping around in festivals and stuff. And this is the first one that I heard back from, and I'm getting in. And I mean it's crazy. My brain is still trying to process it. It's all just so fucking crazy. And
just from reading about it, so they've watched it already and determined that it was awesome enough to be shown.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm hoping it wasn't we got 5 submissions and congratulations, we selected all 5. I don't know the ins and outs, but because I saw I opened up my email right when I woke up when I was in bed, because I've been just staring at my calendar, just counting the seconds until today. So I woke up, instantly reached for my phone, opened up my email. I saw the thing that says judging status has changed, and I was like, oh God. It's like Schrodinger's email. I can open this and it can say, we're sorry, we got a lot of submissions this year and we just didn't have space for yours. Or you see the congratulations.
Sorry, we got a lot of submissions this year and yours is the gayest.
I opened up the email and I just saw the congratulations and I was like, yes, fuck yeah. And I'm shoving it in Carl's face.
See, told you it was going to be awesome.
So much about this, just the fact that Kevin Smith bought the theater that my family's been going to, for 50 years or whatever, and that I went to a bunch as a kid, and that Kevin Smith is the one putting this festival together, and he's the one that made me want to be a filmmaker, and seeing Clerks and just being you know what, fuck it, I'll take a chance and bet on myself and take a shot at this. It's just this being the only festival that I've really gotten into so far is just, it means the world to me.
Congrats, buddy.
It's almost
Are you doing anything to celebrate?
No, because I'm also super busy working on the finishing touches of that short that I directed. I got to.
Oh, when's that going to be ready? Picture locked, as you movie insiders would say.
Well, it is the date that everything has to be finalized and turned in is at the end of October. So, yesterday, I went to the editor's house and sat in with him, and we sort of like went over it and fine tuned it. And that might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite part of filmmaking. Like because like the whole editing process, the editors pretty much just throw everything you shot in there in a timeline. They give you way more than you need, and you just start with like a big piece of marble, and you kind of just chisel away at it until it resembles a statue that you're going for. And it's tricky too, because you're like, all right, I want to like let's shave this scene down like by 2 seconds, and then it's like, all right, well, if we do that, then we have to match where that ends with the next shot that we go to, a different camera angle. The hand isn't correct there. We can look for another take. So it's like doing a puzzle where the pieces are constantly changing shape. But I don't know, it's fun as fuck. I love sitting in the editing bay. And when we got done with it, it looks sick, man. I'm really, really pumped about this one. I sent like a little clip of like one of the biggest swings we went for in this like this little 30-second section of the short, and I sent it to the writers, and they were very enthusiastic with their responses to the email. So that made me feel good that they saw one of like the trickiest things we were trying to pull off, and they loved it.
So what can this film festival, the short film festival, lead to? Like, that short's never gonna. Where is that short gonna live or go or anything?
Well, I'm gonna do everything I can to see if they'll let me throw it up on the YouTube channel for bonus level productions. So once the festival's over, people can still watch and enjoy it. I don't think that'll be a problem. I've mentioned it a couple of times and nobody has just straight up shot it down. So I'm hoping that by like mid-December, I'll be allowed to throw it up on YouTube. Because it's cool, you know, a lot of people work really hard on these things and everybody works for free.
Sure.
So it does seem like kind of a bummer to put all this time and effort and all these people working on it for free to just have it evaporate forever. But there is a so there's the cast and crew premiere, and then the very next day is like the red carpet premiere, and that's when some like higher how do you say it? Some more like VIPs, I guess, in the industry show up. So when they watch all the shorts, like let's say mine stands out,
like
in particular.
Producers,
yeah, producers,
casting directors, shit like that.
Producers, directors, just like, you know, people in the biz. And you never know, like who knows, like if the short that I directed really strikes a chord with somebody and they want to come talk to me, that could lead to future opportunities. I don't know. It's
lead to a real sweet PA gig somewhere.
I'll take it. I will take it. I will PA on anybody's movie. It's kind of just like, you know, taking as many shots as you can. You know, putting as many pokers in the fire as possible and seeing if anything leads to anything. It's good. It's a good networking opportunity. It's good practice. You know, even though it was just one day of shooting, I learned a lot more on this. And I think it made me a little bit sharper. But
I just meant that it wasn't. I was concerned it was going to like disappear.
I am too, and there is a chance that happens. But I'm going to do everything I can to see if I can let it live on YouTube. But when the time comes, there are a bunch of dates for that short film festival that are open to the public. So it's basically first come first serve. So anybody who's local, anybody who lives in LA, you guys will be able to come check it out. I don't think it costs anything. But yeah, I'll be letting everybody know as that unfolds. And lastly, hold on a second. I gotta grab something over here.
Kevin's got mad announcements today.
He does.
Supposedly, Vince McMahon just put out, or not supposedly, he just put out a statement about the upcoming documentary that's being released Wednesday. I can't fucking wait for that doc.
He wanted to get out in front of it, huh?
Yeah. Whoa. Look at that.
So, the second coming of John Cooper posters, now that it is officially making the film festival circuit, I have around 250 posters for the second coming of John Cooper. As you can see,
Can I buy one?
these bad boys are legit. It doesn't feel like shitty paper. These are legit, full-on movie posters. And I have set up an Etsy store. So if anybody would like to get their hands on a John Cooper poster, this is what this bad boy looks like.
Can you get a frame for an upcharge as well?
No. That was a pain in the dick. But I did get, I had them put the movie ticket stub underneath it. So I got like a matte border with the frame. And I got the ticket from the premiere in there. But so if you're interested, hold on. I got to get the link because it is etsy.com/shop/John Cooper movie. And if you want, you can just get the poster as is, or you can get it signed, and you can also get it personalized. I don't know. Some people, when they want something signed, they just want it signed. They don't necessarily want, like, to Geoff. But if you want to
that
Geoff,
way you can't. It's harder to flip.
exactly. But if you want it personalized, there is an option for that. Just when you're checking out, there is a little thing you can fill out that says "Note to Seller." So if you leave that blank, I'm just going to assume whoever is paying for it, I'll just write it to that person. But if you want it to somebody else, just put it in the note. And it was kind of a bitch. I've had these posters for a while, but it was kind of tricky setting up an Etsy shop. And then shout out to Shuddy. Shuddy got me like a solid link to buy, poster tube mailers in bulk that weren't going to cost me an arm and a leg. So once I got everything all set up, I was like, all right, well, I'll just make the announcement on MSPH, let the Puminati have a crack at it, start promoting it, and hopefully.
What's the Etsy again?
It's etsy.com/shop/John Cooper movie.
There it is.
Yeah.
Throw it up on the screen share. Let the audience see exactly what they're looking for. Look at that thing.
Charging $5 for his signature. Who the fuck does he think he is, though?
Wait.
Like $5.
Damn it. I thought it was an extra 50 to get it signed. Oh, well. My mistake is your benefit.
What? Why are you accepting...
That signed version's missing a couple zeros, huh?
Why are you accepting returns on these?
I don't know. I thought it might make me look like a dickhead if I didn't. Right?
I don't like your handwriting. I'm returning this.
I don't know. I thought maybe people, like, if I change that and it's like in big letters, it's like no returns. People are like, well, fuck you.
Do you think you can fly with one for me and I can give you $20 cash?
I might be able to.
What if it gets ruined in the travel?
Well, no, he's got poster tubes.
It's true. It's stored in the overhead luggage.
Hold on a second. I'm trying.
We don't need to discuss that right now. There was a selfish question to hijack things with.
Shuddy. Hold on.
Yes.
Could I have screen share? Parmesan?
I'll even give it to Geoff.
Whoa. I don't want that much responsibility.
You guys all now you both can share screens.
Oh, here's a picture of my dick hanging out of my tracksuit. This is the Laurel for the film festival for Smodcastle.
the official winner of the Smodcastle Film Festival is going to look even better.
Wow, let's not jinx anything yet, Shuddy. But I'm fucking pumped, man. I'm fucking pumped. It's the only thing bringing me down is that it sucks so bad that my dad's not here to see it. That my dad can't come see my movie at his childhood theater. But what are you going to do, right?
Well,
it sucks, but yeah.
Well, you ready to have that bummer of a feeling piled on to?
No. Yeah, lay it on me. Lay it on me, Shuddy.
All right. Well, you've got to do the intro.
Yeah. It's time for NFL. Pick them.
Week 3 is in the books, and
is it bad? Oh, it's bad. Okay.
It was bad for me. It was bad for 2 out of the 3 of us, but somehow the one who got completely butt fucked in his gambling won the week.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah, Kevin
needed that.
Kevin has come back to earth just like the New Orleans Saints did yesterday, and went 1-5 this week. After going a combined 9-2 over the first 2 weeks.
Well, at least I'm up to 10.
So yeah, you're at 10-7. Geoff with a 4-2 week went up to 9-8.
Oh,
and I went 2-4 and fell to 8-9. So,
oh boy,
everybody's close. It's close.
Things just got a lot less comfortable for me.
Yeah. So
we snugged up, baby.
Just a recap. Kevin, we all picked the Eagles against the Falcons Monday night, and that was a disaster for all sorts of reasons.
You know what? I was going to pick the Falcons too, but I was like, I don't want to be mean to Shuddy.
Well, I appreciate that. I must have picked a scab because I'm bleeding.
Ew.
Then,
Why you got scabs?
Geoff is the only one that picked the Jets to win over the Patriots.
Oh, no.
That was kind of an easy one, but I really flexed towards the bottom here.
Kevin, while he didn't want to be mean to me and pick the Falcons, he did pick the Saints, which was a losing pick against the Eagles yesterday.
Oh, man. I always forget about the doubles.
We all... in what I don't know how Geoff feels about this, but
I'm pissed.
We all picked the Browns to beat the New York Football Giants, and the Giants showed up and whooped up on the Browns. So Kevin, your pick to win the Super Bowl has started the season 0-3.
No, they're 1-2.
Oh, 1-2. Sorry.
Look, they're just amping up the theatrics. This is all part of the plan.
Kevin, you don't realize this because you don't follow the NFL. It is completely fucking random this year, more so than every year. It's ridiculous right now.
And then Geoff, only person to pick the Panthers over the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's right, baby. I knew the Raiders were going to come back down to earth.
And then the Chiefs beat the Falcons.
Is coming back down to earth something I don't understand? That's a bad thing?
That's a question you have to answer.
So like if I shit my pants, I'm like, oh man, I just came down to earth.
That would be using that phrase wrong, incorrectly. Coming down to the earth is like, I don't know, you're flying high. You're really happy with how it's going, and
then shit goes sideways, and now you're deflated.
Okay, we lost Shuddy. Let's say I just put a bunch of cookies in the oven, and then they're done, and I take the cookie tray out, and the heat goes through the oven mitts. I'm like, yeah! And I drop the cookies all over the floor. Did I just come back to earth?
No.
I mean, I guess maybe.
You baked cookies for Carl, okay?
Yeah.
And you think you did a fucking phenomenal job. You walk out to her with these cookies, and you're like, honey, I made the best cookies that you're ever gonna have. I'm so fucking proud of them. Like you're patting yourself on the back. She takes a bite of one and immediately vomits and tells you it's the worst thing she's ever tasted. And now you are shattered and ruined and have lost all confidence in yourself. That's coming back down to earth.
Okay. What about this scenario? Let's say my cookies are so horrible that Carl dumped me, and then Cheryl Teagues hears about this and is there to pick up the pieces, and we go to the Bone Zone, and I finish in like 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, did I come back to Earth?
No, I don't.
No. I didn't even hear who you said. Who do you go to the Bone Zone with? You kind of.
I heard Cheryl Teagues, but that's such an '80s reference that I know that can't be what he said.
No, it is. I said Cheryl Teagues.
Jesus Christ! Like, do we
even
know
that up? Cheryl Teagues?
Is she even still alive?
I bet she is.
And it's Teague, not Teagues. We were both wrong.
Well, I see a Cheryl Teagues. Is it this a different girl? And she's an American model. Frequently described as America's first supermodel. Okay. I have another spelling. But it's got its own Wikipedia page.
Yeah, there's an S there, Cheryl Teagues.
No, but I spelled it wrong also.
Yeah. I have what's spelled under the pictures.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what that's from on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow. She was in Sharknado The Fourth Awakens. See, told you she's still
76. How did you land on this reference? What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's such an obscure, thing.
I was trying to, give an example that Carl would not be butthurt about.
You fucking a 76-year-old? I guess, yeah. She might be weirded out. That might be one of those things where she'd prefer you say something contemporary or someone contemporary.
Yeah.
That would really make me come back to Earth.
We'll get it. We'll get it by the end of the NFL season.
So do we have to do more pick thems?
We do have to do more pick thems.
God damn it.
So we've got 2 Monday night games tonight. First is the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Buffalo Bills.
Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Buffalo
Jaguars.
Bills.
Animal. A mammal, too.
It is.
Bill. Boy, this is tough. Now I've lost all confidence. Now that this week made me come in my pants back to Earth.
You should have never had confidence in the first place.
I'll go with, wait, what are the teams again? They're mammals?
Jacksonville Jaguars or the Buffalo Bills.
Yep, Buffalo Bill, serial killer, but still a mammal. I'm going to go with the Jaguars, though.
The Jaguars.
Yeah, I think they would eat Buffalo Bill and his tucked wee-wee.
Jags or Bills, Geoff?
On one hand, tucking wee-wees.
I'm going to go Jaguars, too. I'll pick the underdog here.
Oh, no, I picked the underdog?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the Bills. Now we have the Washington Commanders against the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 games tonight, both featuring big cats.
Cody, why don't you pick this one first since you picked last time?
I'm going to take the Bengals. They're 0-2. I think this is where they get their first win of the year against the Commanders.
Who are 1-1. They beat the Giants last week, Kevin.
I remember that. It was a good game.
Yeah, we didn't have a goddamn kicker. It was an embarrassment, but sure.
You know what? I will go with the Commanders.
I'm lining up with Shuddy here. I'm going Bengals. I think they get their first win of the season.
All right, Geoff. The worst game for me to pick: the Dallas Cowboys against the New York Football Giants.
I feel like if I pick against us, we might win again. So, but I can't pick the Cowboys against us. I had the Browns win the Super Bowl. That's why I was able to feel better about picking the Browns over the Giants last week. I'll go Giants over Cowboys, even though they fucking own us.
You know, I will too.
I mean, the Cowboys are. You're going to take the Giants?
Yeah, I got a good feeling about them this week.
I initially was going to pick the Cowboys, but I can't bring myself to do it. I can't. It just the Giants. I'd rather a 2-2 Giants team than a 2-2 Cowboys team.
Kevin, Jeff Lee hit me up, sent me something through Instagram. Apparently at Dave & Buster's, Mondays and Thursdays. So you got Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, but they have $23 all-you-can-eat buffalo wings and boneless wings. And it comes with a $10 free play card as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
this is at
Dave
Buffalo.
& Buster's.
Did
I say Buffalo? I meant Dave & Buster's. Sorry.
No. You said Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, my brain got its wires crossed.
So all you can eat boneless and boned chicken wings, and it comes with a $10 free play card. It's $26 at the Times Square Dave & Buster's, which I thought was interesting and also a very good deal.
Yeah, it sucks that it's all the way in Times Square.
Well, no. I'm saying it's more expensive in Times Square. It's $26 in Times Square, but $23 everywhere else.
Well,
so I think I'm going to go to that Thursday with Jeff with the Lee banger.
This Thursday?
Yeah, dude. But we'll probably go to the one in Orange County. It'd be quite the hike for you. And the game starts at 5:30. So
Jesus Christ.
You'd be going through the meat of it.
I hate going through the meatest. Where are we at in the pick thems?
We are now to the Philadelphia Eagles against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Revenge game, Kevin. Your pick first.
All right, come to me, answer. Come to me.
The Bucs beat the Eagles last year in the playoffs. Eagles stomped them in the beginning of the year. So they're 1-1 last year.
Wait, they've already played each other this year?
No, not this year. Last year.
I guess I'll go with the Eagles.
I'm obviously going with the Eagles as well, so we'll just get that out of the way.
Do you always vote with your heart, or do sometimes you're like, these fucking Eagles, they got no chance?
No, I mean, I know they're not going to ever go undefeated, but I never outwardly or openly pick them to lose.
I mean, Shuddy, you do realize that whoever loses this contest has to eat a dirty diaper out of a dumpster.
No, that's not what we decided on. we that's not at all what we talked about.
That'll
really make choose that instead if I'm given the option.
It's really going to make you come back to earth, Shuddy. When you got a mouthful of dirty diaper.
I'm going to go with the Bucs. I'm going to zag here. Lane Johnson could be out injured. Do you know how severe that injury was, Shuddy?
I don't.
It was severe. His whole dick fell off.
No, it's a concussion.
Oh.
Ooh, 2 concussions. You brittle little bitches. Got Devontae Smith with a concussion and Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson's concussion was so bad that he was throwing up on the sideline. So that's probably more of a concern than the Devontae Smith.
Did he throw up on the ball at all?
No, he did not. But he does. If Lane Johnson has his hands on the ball, there's a problem. Because he does not play a position that...
Wait, The Rock?
No, Lane, not
Oh,
Dwayne. Lane.
sorry.
Yeah, he's one of the best like right tackles of the last tackles of the last like 15 years. The Philadelphia Eagles record is like insanely bad when he doesn't play. And he might not play this week. I think because he plays a position where there's physicality on every single play, like they're going to give him the week off. But who knows?
Yeah. Um, so the next game is the Cleveland Browns versus the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, I mean, I gotta give that good juju to the Browns. I have to pick the Browns.
I'm with you. Things are falling apart in Vegas for the Raiders. I'm going with the Browns. I think the Browns hammer them.
I'm also picking the Browns. Then we've got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I originally had the Chargers picked, but is Justin Herbert hurt or is he gonna play, you think?
The line, the Chiefs are 7-point favorites in LA. That would suggest there's a very good chance Justin Herbert does not play.
All right,
So
then I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm also queefing with you.
Hey, who am I to turn down an opportunity to queef? Sign me up, fellas. Let's all queef in each other's mouths. Let's make a
All right.
queef pyramid.
And then the Sunday night game, the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm going Bills.
I'm going Ravens.
I'm also going Ravens.
Psst, a little insider tip. I watched ahead. Much like Shuddy with his MasterChef viewings.
Don't start that shit right now. We got to pick that up back. We got to pick that back up this week. I don't want Shuddy getting pissed beforehand.
All right, is that the
So
last of the
reigning
pick'ems?
back-to-back champion, right, Shuddy? Holy shit, we
Back to
got to
back
dethrone you
to
this
back, I believe.
week. You three-peated?
I mean, we do have a spreadsheet that would tell
Yeah, I know.
us that that you've curated. Queef or No Queef Season 1. Shuddy Cases. Winner. Deals. Winner. Queef or No Queef Season 2. Shuddy Cases. Winner. Deals.
You really had to
winner.
make him do this, Geoff?
I didn't
Season
make him do
3.
anything.
Shuddy Cases. Winner. Deals. Winner. Yep, three-peat all the way around.
Shuddy just
Great.
fucking gizzed in the carpet, and now he's rubbing our faces in it. Man,
But it appears that last year was the closest margin.
Yeah, but it was it was looking real bad for me for a while. I snuck in the back door with a cover towards the end, but it was bad news for a while there.
Geoff, you had a few things on the docket to discuss that really piqued my interest, and I would like to learn more.
Which one do you want to start with?
Well, I guess the one that's concerning me the most is Lil Mama.
Yeah. We took her in for her annual visit, her annual physical. She's an old broad now, around 10 or 11 years old, but still very, very lively. Everyone gets surprised whenever they ask how old she is after meeting her, and then I tell her 10. Her coat is really shiny, and she gets regular spa treatment.
Because of all
And
those facials you give her.
blueberry facials.
Oh, hold still,
Monthly.
Lil Mama. Hold still.
So yeah, I mean she's got a young attitude for her old age, but went in for a yearly physical, and the vet really fucking like a mechanic tried to get me to replace the antifreeze, the windshield wiper fluid. I need to rotate the axles or the tires on the axle.
I need a new Johnson rod.
Yeah, just making shit up for Little Mama that I didn't think was warranted. And I went with my girlfriend, and she had to chime in and talk me out of what could have been I got the receipt in front of me here. Look at this itemized list of things that they were trying to get Little Mama.
Yikes.
to
Yikes.
dress a little mama.
Like, would you like to get Lil Mama plated in gold? We do have that option. We have the gold package.
What are some of the
Yes,
things they said she needed?
the estimated charge was anywhere from $1,300 to $3,700.
Ugh.
Um, she needed to get a Bordetella vaccine, which is pretty
Okay.
standard as far as I know.
Yeah. That's kennel
Um,
cough. That's so when she's
yeah.
around other dogs, she doesn't get sick. Okay.
Something else we gave her that I can't remember, and it's not even showing up. This is the most of this is for the procedure that they suggested for her mouth, and I guess she's got a mass growing on her gum, and it could be completely benign, or there's a chance it could be cancerous. Even the vet, despite his obvious fuckery, did couch it by saying it's very, very, there's a very low chance it is cancerous. Um, but the things that they had on this is it's a dental and blood work estimate. The first is a senior super plus with SDMA, which I think is just like a blood test before they get her in for the dental work. A complete oral health assessment treatment, which is $200. The first thing that I mentioned was $285. They had a pre-op pain control, which was $150. Anesthesia induction in initial 60 minutes, which was $325. And then it's anywhere from $175 to 520 or $518 for every additional minute of anesthesia afterwards.
Duh.
Then they had three different lines for essentially scalpels or hammers to get her to remove the mass or a part of her jaw. One was $225. Second extraction level was $375, and the third was $750.
So that's
And
like,
it's just like
like
this
we're gonna.
this little bitch weighs 20 pounds. How many fucking hammers do you think you need?
So like they charge you per hammer. It's not like this is the procedure. It's like we're gonna charge you also by hammer.
Yeah, they're like, well, if the first hammer or tool that we use for extraction doesn't work or it breaks, maybe we'd have to go to the second level and then the third level. So we're going to price it all out for you just so you know in advance, which I appreciate that. But still, it's like, again, she's 20 pounds and she has like 8 teeth in her fucking head. It's like, well, you think you're going to need the most expensive hammer? I don't think so.
Someone needs to reel these motherfuckers in. Everybody that does any medical procedure, no matter what the subject is, animal, human, all you motherfuckers need to calm the fuck down. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is insane.
So expensive. So,
like, I know some people opt to get like pet insurance. But even then,
my girlfriend had it and she said it was useless.
Really?
Yeah. She said that her dog's also old, and I don't know. There's something else. There was something going on with her dog recently, and the pet insurance would just didn't cover it. And
That's
she
so
immediately
insane.
canceled the pet insurance. She's like, "All right, this is worthless," and I'm just finding out now.
Man, everything's a fucking scam. It's one thing to come for us, you know. If you're gonna, if I'm gonna go like get a procedure done, you're like, well, we had to put your results in an envelope, so here's your envelope fee. We also had to lick the flap, so here's a flap licking fee. We turned on the light bulb in your room, so here's the light bulb fee. It's whatever. Now you're doing that to the pets. It's like, I'm surprised people haven't started fucking scalping vets in the masses.
Spoken like a true dog dad, Kevin. I like it. I like it.
So the range of estimated charges again was $1,356 to $3,689, and like there's a very good chance it's going to be on the small end of that range, or in the smaller end of that range. But just in case, we'll quote you for this number as well. It's like, well, when will I find out? Like, not until after the surgery.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't going to work. And again, my
They
girlfriend
couldn't.
was there the whole time, and apparently her mom got like a PhD in I think animal science,
Whoa.
which makes her the complete opposite of me, right?
She definitely knows what a mammal is.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I would hope. Um, and when my girlfriend told her mom some of the things that the vet was telling us, her mom was just like kind of freaking out. She's like, "What the fuck? Like they are bullshitting you." And like, I don't know. I'm hoping Allie can run until 15, 16. She's like 10 or 11 right now. But like, I wonder how many like years in her life this taking part of her jaw out would cause discomfort in.
Yeah, and like,
Well,
Boston Terriers are already like they're already missing so much face just for generations of inbreeding. You're going to take more of her face?
they couldn't biopsy it to see if it was anything that needed to come out before doing all of that.
Um, I am going to return next week because she did have two pussy infections in her ears. She had yeast infections. Um,
How did she
so
manage that?
I don't even
No,
know.
so that is common for dogs. That's how they have allergic reactions to something like that. That
Oh, okay,
happens
yeah, yeah, that's kind
because
of what he said.
yeah, it's an allergic. It's how an allergy manifests in dogs. They get a yeast infection in the ears. You can just go to PetSmart and buy like this stuff called Zymox that gets rid of it really well.
They gave me droppers, so
Yeah, that's
I'm
what it is.
applying.
It is, and it sucks because she probably shakes her head like crazy as soon as you put them in.
Now, she did at first, but she's such a good girl. Like she knows we're trying to help her. And the second time, like the first time, I had to hold her down. My girlfriend had to hold down her legs, and she each had to squirt the the infection medication in her ear. And then the second time, I did it myself. I just like kind of cradled her like a baby and poured it in there. And she's a smart little broad. She knew we're helping her, and it was medicine for her ear. So
Well,
yeah, she shook at first, but she's been a good girl the last four times we've done it.
man. Well, what about I'm looking at the other stuff you sent over. Uh,
Yeah.
all right, I got to hear about the mushrooms in the weed spot.
So did a second mushroom trip. My girlfriend liked it so much the first time around, she wanted to up the dosage.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the 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 marijuana spot that I go to, the off the grid marijuana spot that I go to, which I'll happily share with local Puminati, no problem there. Um, they sell mushrooms. They sell actual mushrooms and chocolate bar mushrooms,
Dude,
mushroom
I'm seeing
gummies.
it now at head shops.
Yeah,
They're selling
they're
mushrooms.
decriminalized, I think.
Yes,
I mean, so is weed. You still can't buy that at a head
yeah, but
shop.
I think mushrooms are decriminalized federally.
Really? Oh shit. All right, that's interesting.
Sounds right. But she wanted to up the dosage because she liked it so much the first time. But even though we split a chocolate bar, like a whole chocolate bar, really the high was mostly just like giggles. It wasn't like full on trip, and she wanted like the full on like trip experience.
I mean,
So
I'll tell you, like from the early times of me doing mushrooms, it may have actually only been as little as one, but that first one that was full of giggles, I don't think anything has ever. I've never caught a case of the giggles off of weed that was that good.
yeah,
Like those are some good times right there. If you start tripping on mushrooms and you get the giggles, I'll take that over hallucinating, seeing like
yeah,
fucking the walls melt.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
so we got I went to the weed spot. Now this weed spot, I've been on their text message list for I don't know, like 5 or 6 years now. And because it's illegal, they always have to like switch locations. After every couple months, they'll switch locations. So we went into the location I've been going to for a few months now, and they're like, "Hey, we're pretty much down on inventory right now. We actually just reopened, or we just opened up a new spot like 3 miles down the road, but we have a whole bunch of like, grand opening specials that you should go check out. You can get 2 for 1 mushroom bars. They have
No,
marijuana like flower specials,
no shit.
and I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. It was literally 3 miles down the same road. Like there was no turns, no nothing. But the place that they sent us to, there was a different number on the building than there was on the address given to us. And I wasn't paying attention to like the storefront name, but my girlfriend was, and
You
apparently
walked into an Erewhon. Hey, where do I get fucking mushrooms? You guys got shrooms?
well, I'll just say this, whatever. It's not that big a deal, but it's called Harbor. It's called Harbor Wellness, and it's in Harbor City. And you go in there, and it's just like holistic medications. So like and again, it's a different. There's a different number on the building than on the address they gave us. So I walk in like all nervously, and like it's not a big deal if I were like, hey, you got mushrooms here or marijuana here? Like that's not a big deal. But I'm still like, still cautious about it.
Yeah.
It's
And I
still
was
that
like,
the way that it was back in the day. Like you're. I mean, I know I like when I go into the dispensary, I have a very hard time bringing myself to say actual terms like
yeah.
flower and stuff like that. Like I just went to the dispensary today, and like every time I had to say something that would normally have gotten me kicked out of somewhere for saying it, like my voice gets real low.
Yeah, that's I have the yeah, same thing here. So like when I went up to the desk, I was like, I got a flyer from I think your other location for what is behind that door, I believe. Like, yeah, you're here for weed. I was like, yeah, yes, I am. So she, buzzed us in. We went to the back, and yeah, there was buy two, get two free specials on mushroom bars. There was buy an eighth of actual mushrooms, get another eighth of mushrooms for a discounted rate. I only took I say only, I took $300 in cash with me. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get the amount of weed that I want and the mushrooms that I want. And it got to a point where the guy kept offering me specials and deals that I had to like decline drugs for like the first time ever. I was like,
Just
after I
stop.
put in an
Just
order,
stop.
yeah, after I put in an order for 14 grams, four mushroom bars, and a quarter of weed, he was like, all right, it's only $10 more, and then give me an eighth of weed. I was like, that sounds great, but I'll just come back next week or something. I
Hey,
don't know.
if you give me your watch, I'll give you this 500 milligram edible.
Yes, it had that vibe to it. And then as we're leaving, the guy just like, hey, do you want a pre-roll? Do you like moon rocks or do you like oil? I was like, moon rocks. Like, all right, here's a pre-roll, and he threw in like an extra eighth, and it's fucking sick. So I did spend like $285, but I got like,
Guys like, oh wait, before you leave, did you bring the title of your car with you? Because boy, do I have a deal.
because I did get one legit pre-roll. Usually the pre-rolls are bullshit. 4 mushroom bars, a quarter of raw mushrooms or actual whatever the actual mushroom plant, and then like 16 grams of weed. It's a hell of a purchase.
Made out like a fucking
And
bandit.
and what's up?
Mushrooms aren't plants.
They're mammals.
Whatever, fungus.
Yep.
All right.
What's the suck to? What's
It's just
the
kind
suck
of
to?
everything that grows out of the ground, a plant. It does. You know what? I'm not going to just further dig myself a hole.
What the fuck is a manatee?
And instead of really getting adventurous with the mushrooms, which is probably the next frontier, me and the lady are going to have to explore. Not even that adventurous, just like going on a walk. I mean, I live 2 blocks from the sand. It'd probably be sweet to go to the beach at night on mushrooms.
Probably.
But instead, we just watch 2 movies. Watch Get Out, which is turning into one of my favorite movies ever. It was my favorite movie of the year that it came out. I think it was 2019. Don't really remember, but whatever year it came out, it was my favorite film, and it was a fucking hell of a mushroom movie.
Oh my God, I'll bet. I don't understand
Yeah.
how people have like the mental fortitude to start tripping on mushrooms and then watch something frightening. It puts me in too fragile of a state. I'd be like, oh no, I'm going to have to get out now.
Oh, and maybe it was easier to deal with because I'm not black, so it didn't hit as close to home as it would for, black viewers. And we also watched another black movie, They Clone Tyrone,
Oh God, that
which
movie's fucking awesome.
I fucking love that movie. And I think everyone who's seen it, once I mentioned that we watched it on mushrooms, could understand why that's a fun mushroom movie to watch, or fun movie to watch while on mushrooms.
What about have you ever seen Black Dynamite?
No,
Oh,
no.
oh my
Is that
God.
is that with Eddie Murphy?
No, you might be
No,
thinking of
that's
My Name is
Dolomite.
Dolomite.
Okay, yeah.
But Black Dynamite is like, it's almost like a Naked Gun spoof of 70s blaxploitation films. And it is criminally underrated. It is so fucking funny. Like, I have it on Blu-ray.
Who's in it again?
I think Michael Jai White. I think he's Black Dynamite. Let me see. Because if it's streaming somewhere, I would love to be able to put that on the Puminati's radar. Black Dynamite. 2009. Michael Jai White, Arsenio Hall, Tommy Davidson. Let's see. Well, all right, I'll just see if it's streaming. No, it looks like you can only rent it on Prime. But I picked it up on Blu-ray a while ago, and god damn it is so fucking funny. I bet you that would
I'll
be
have
good
to
on
check it out.
mushrooms. If you got the giggles, that's definitely a good one to put on.
Yeah, you can see that.
Speaking of movies, I believe we all saw some shit, perhaps. I don't know about Shuddy.
No, yeah, I didn't. We all did not.
But Geoff, you saw something that I have not seen yet, and this might be one that if I find myself with a spare couple hours in the middle of the day, I might just drive over to an AMC and see it by myself. But you saw
Speak No Evil.
Yeah.
The James McAvoy movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it, and everyone I was with liked it too. I only gave it only sucked 3.5 James McAvoy dick, so it's not like it's not like one of the better movies I've seen this year, but it was a fun watch. It was a tight production, didn't take too long. It was really James McAvoy, as my brother said, throwing his fastball for a couple hours. I don't even know the other people in it, but they were all fine, and it was genuinely creepy. So I enjoyed it a lot.
I've heard good things. It's got a good score on the old Letterbox D. I mean, I'm curious to check it out. I wasn't interested until I talked to multiple people that have seen it, and they said it was good.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.5, like I said. I thought you would have seen it by now.
Yeah, I thought so too, and I was potentially going to sneak off and see it this weekend. Things got a little busy, but I did have time to watch a new streaming movie and a new movie in the theater, and both were really good. Have you guys heard about The Substance?
No.
So I hadn't really heard about it either. I saw just like a couple quick things. I never dug real deep into it. I don't believe I ever saw the trailer, but Ginger and Juice hit me up. He goes and sees movies every like Thursday night, so he always gets the drop on like new releases, and he was like, dude, you have got to see The Substance. It's fucking crazy. So I pitched it to Carl, and the fact that it's a female-fronted horror movie, made it an easier sell. And whoa, this movie is fucking batshit crazy. Yeah, it's this French director. She made this other movie called Revenge, which has been on my watch list for a while, and I just never got around to watching it. But it's on Shudder, and it's supposed to be good. And I sort of just slept on it. And then, seeing people freak out over The Substance. I love a good horror movie. It's body horror, and I like body horror a lot. And this shit was fucking nuts in the best way possible. Like, it is equal parts horny as it is uncomfortable. Like, the body horror stuff. Like, if I'm going to see a body horror movie, I want to be uncomfortable as shit. I want to be squirming in my seat. I want to, like, fight the urge to, like, watch certain scenes through the gaps in my fingers. And it delivered. So it's basically like Demi Moore plays a star, a fitness star who's, like, aging out in the eyes of her, like, the scumbag execs that run. They don't really even fully explain it, but I guess the network that she's on. So she hears about this, like, experimental treatment that shaves the years off, and it's like this, like, real cloak and dagger underground type thing. And it just goes fucking nuts from there. And it is wild. It has some shit. What's up?
Mark Rooster sums it up as he says, "The Substance is one horrific, ghastly scene after another, and it all builds to a monumentally grotesque conclusion." Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that Cronenberg is, like, the master of body horror. And
what is that? Help me out.
So, like,
because I'm reading the Wikipedia page as you're breaking down, or as you're reviewing the movie. It was nominated for a Palme d'Or. The Substance
at Cannes.
Yeah, what's that one movie, Anora, which looks fucking awesome. I can't wait for that to come out. Anyways, what is body horror?
So body horror is, like, the majority of the scares, and the focus of the movie is something horrible happening to a body. It's not like, a slasher comes and stabs people. It's like, it usually involves, like, mutilation,
like Thinner,
mutations.
Would Thinner be an example?
Yeah, I would qualify Thinner as body horror. I mean, Cronenberg stuff like The Fly. The Fly is probably the most obvious mainstream example of body horror. And The Thing as well.
You, like, transform?
Yeah, there's, like, some sort of mutation. There's not just, like, someone getting murdered or chopped up and gore. It's usually specifically for mutations and yeah, I guess that sums it up.
Mark, the last paragraph of Mark's review. I'm positive I won't see another film this year with so many nauseating, stomach-churning moments as are in The Substance. David Cronenberg himself would probably feel his stomach acids rise up his throat while watching this. And I officially have no idea what earns an NC-17 anymore.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is over the top. We saw it in a packed theater in Century City. And I would say 4 people got up and walked out and never came back.
Nudity?
Endless nudity.
Good nudity.
Yeah. There's tons of it.
Does Demi Moore pull out her Nugatos?
Dude, it's one of those things where if you were Mr. Skin, he would probably qualify this in, like, a Hall of Fame category with just the endless sea of nudity. Although Margaret Qualley, I did see that she wears prosthetic boobs in it.
Bitch.
But they're Jesus.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Because I kind of thought something was up. Because, like, she has done nude scenes in the past, and I feel like a total fucking perv admitting that I was like, wait a second, those look different. But when Carl and I left, we were both like, those looked a little too perfect. I don't know if that was CG or prosthetic, but I was more or less like, okay, where are the seams in these prosthetics? Where's any sort of like pixelation that'll give me a sign this is CG? And then she said in an interview, she was like, yeah, they gave me what, in her words, not mine, a rack for the ages. And it was practical prosthetics and special effects, which is pretty crazy. Like as hardcore as the gore is, I've got to be like, whoever did that, you get a salute as well, because like all perviness aside, we were both like, there's no way boobs that perfect exist in the real world. But I'm telling you, man, if you want a body horror movie that delivers, this movie is fucking bonkers. And I also was looking at the trivia page on IMDb. Apparently Ray Liotta was cast as the sleazy exec, but he died before they started filming. So it went to Dennis Quaid.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan. Who I'm telling you, that guy, he plays
married to the goat throat.
He plays a pretty decent slime ball. And like everything about this was so good. The fucking cinematography was so good. Like the sets looked awesome. It's nuts. It is fucking nuts. I mean, this could go up in future viewings, but as of now, it's a 4.5 dicker.
No shit. It's only playing in one theater in Long Beach, it looks like. It's like kind of on the outside of Long Beach. It's not even one of the two theaters I normally go to.
It's got some like really, really genuinely funny parts too. It's almost like a horror comedy.
Interesting.
But man, this director, I'm gonna butcher her fucking name because she's French and I'm stupid. But let me pull it up. Coralie Fargiat, Fargo. I don't know. Coralie
sounds
F.
right.
But yeah, now I really want to check out that other movie she did, Revenge, because man, if this lady keeps making horror movies, she's going to be a fucking force of nature. And then the streaming one we watched. Have you guys heard about Rebel Ridge?
I did. I watched like half of it, maybe more than half. It fucking sucked.
You didn't like it?
No, dude. There wasn't enough badass moments. Maybe I fell asleep not as far into it as I thought I got, but I was hoping for more carnage, more action.
Yeah, it's more of a thriller than an action movie.
I didn't find it very thrilling.
But Shuddy, it's written and directed by the guy that did Green Room.
Is it?
I know you got a big boner for that movie.
I have a massive boner for that movie.
Yeah, it's basically like this dude is gathering money, going to get his cousin out on bail up against like a deadline, and these crooked cops like run him off the road, search him, and they're like, "Oh, you got a lot of money. That's suspicious. You're a drug dealer." And then they confiscate it, and they just fuck with this guy over and over and do that fucking dorky shit that cops sometimes do, where they needle you and they're like, "What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?" Nanny, nanny, nanny. And turns out this dude is like a trained fucking killer in the military, and
yeah, he's like a Marine who trains other Marines on hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, it got to a point towards the end where they were throwing so many like new plot points that my stupid brain couldn't follow some of it. I was like, whoa, wait, go back, explain that last part, and they were already like 3 points on past it. But it was, I mean, anybody who's ever been like fucked over by a lying cop or had cops do something slimy to them, you will definitely be rooting for this dude.
Yeah, and all black people too will be rooting for this guy.
I was certainly rooting for him.
Oh, hell yeah. Don Johnson.
Oh, yeah, he played a great villain.
I forget if that is his real name, right? That's not like one of his characters' names. Who was the guy who played in Miami Vice?
Crockett. Or was he Tubbs?
No, he was Crockett.
Never mind. For whatever reason, I felt like Don Johnson might have been one of like his characters' names. Anyways, he plays an
His porn
awesome dickhead.
that was his porn star name, Dong Johnson.
Yeah.
Mr. Melanie Griffith.
Oh,
Dave,
are they still married?
I don't know, but isn't Dakota their kid?
yeah, yeah. I think Melanie Griffiths with what's his name, Antonio Banderas now, right?
Well, that's
Oh, yeah, they've
right.
been.
That's been a minute. Yeah,
But David
a
Wait.
Devin,
long time.
Roy from The Office, he's one of the cops. It's fucking
Mhm.
good. Shuddy, I think you would enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's on Netflix. You should check it out. It was like a four-dicker. It's a little long. It's like 2 hours and 10 minutes, but it's one of those movies that like gets you really pissed off very early on, and you're like, oh, fucking get them. Get revenge. Motherfucker, get that revenge.
Yeah, you're rooting for the main guy very fast.
Yeah. Shuddy, though, you did watch The Penguin, which
Yes.
just kicked off.
Correct.
Yeah, Carl and I watched the first episode last night.
I tried to watch the first episode. Are they all coming out Thursday night? Or was that I felt like it was a one-time thing and they're going to be coming out Sundays moving forward.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look at the schedule. I was just I was like, I did really like that, emo Batman. As fun as it is to make fun of emo Batman, I rewatched the new. I saw it in theaters and liked it. Rewatched it somewhat recently to make sure I
That
really
was
liked
cool.
it. And I was like, okay, I was right the first time. I do enjoy the Matt Reeves Batman. And I was like, all right, well, what the hell are you going to do with a Penguin series on HBO? And I like the gangster element they went with it, and immediately I was like, oh, okay, so this is a spin-off of a PG-13 movie, but this is no way, shape, or form a PG-13 series.
It is going to be Sunday nights.
Thought so.
Balls.
Yeah, my question is, where the fuck is Batman while this is all going to be happening? Like, what?
I know. Suppose maybe we'll learn in the next Batman movie, but I did see a quote that they were like, "Yeah, there's no Batman in this series."
Well, yeah, I mean, there would have to not be, but like,
Penguin's
with
going to be
how-
able to run rampant.
with how slow this episode starts, with the craziness that comes next, like near the end, like it's how this could not get on Batman's radar. I'm not going to be able to. They're going to have to really explain this. They're going to have some
Dereliction
really
of Batman duty.
yeah. They're going to have to really explain why Batman does not have any interest in what's happening right now in Gotham, New Jersey, by the way. Gotham City, New Jersey.
Do they commit to that? Do they say Gotham City is in New Jersey?
It's on the kid's driver's license.
Oh,
It
really?
says New
Oh,
Jersey.
shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even pick up on that.
I saw a meme about it on the internet before I watched the episode, but
Now, Penguin, that's a guy who can pull off a tracksuit.
Oh, yeah.
here.
What do you? Oh, you're going to share the meme, Shuddy? Okay, let's see. It's firing up. Gotham, New Jersey, U.S. Wow. It's funny though that the issuing driver's license is just Gotham driver's license. It doesn't even be like, yeah, New Jersey, because everybody knows. Like, I have a Los Angeles driver's license, not a California license.
Did you see that the place above where or below where he lives is named after Burgess Meredith?
I didn't. I did
It's
not pick up on
Burgess
that.
Jewelers or something, whatever.
When we mentioned the Penguin in our group chat or work chat, the managing editor said there's only one real Penguin, and he said it was Burgess Meredith, which is a take that I really like, even though I'm a huge Colin Farrell fan.
Yeah, he's good. I like him as the Penguin.
Yeah, I was wondering how much of his costume was like prosthetic and makeup, and how much of it like maybe he gained weight for the role. And no, it is pretty much just all
Yeah.
It is all costume.
Yeah, spoiler alert, I guess, but he's nude in the end. You don't
Yeah, I
see
didn't see that part.
you don't see any weird like deformed penguin dick or anything, but he's
It's a
definitely
normal dick.
His foot is what's deformed.
Yeah, his foot is gnarly.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was gross.
But then they show him like, just sitting in a chair. So no penis, but he is definitely bulbous and hairy, and I'm pretty sure that is not Colin Farrell's body. So they for sure had to fat suit him. But I mean, seeing Clancy Brown pop up, dude's one of my favorite actors. So I was definitely pumped. Like, oh, fucking, you better give him a lot of screen time. What's up your ass, Shuddy? You're shaking your head.
I like Clancy Brown a lot too. Hearing him throw on a little bit of an Italian accent though just was very off-putting. Like that's not what you're supposed to sound like, buddy.
I was into it.
The fuck did I just watch? He does a voice on Solar Opposites that I was watching before we recorded.
Oh yeah, because he is a big voiceover guy too. He's like a main character in SpongeBob.
He's Mr. Krabs. That's what I said when he came on the screen yesterday. I was like, oh, it's Mr. Krabs.
So Geoff, are you not feeling it? Do you not like the Penguin?
No, it was just a long day for me, and I probably eat too much food and passed out. I'm definitely going to circle back and watch it.
It does start fairly slow, so
yeah, I watched it after
that's
football.
Understandable.
Drinking.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
It's a bad time to catch me.
Yeah. Well. All right. Well, I think that has brought us to the end, my friends. But don't forget, if you want to snag one of these lovely posters you can see behind me right here, Etsy.com/shop/John Cooper movie.
You should frame it above that bed so you get it in the shot every MSPH podcast.
That is the case that I'm going to make to Carl.
It's going to replace one of these. I don't know which one though.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
wow.
I gotta get mine right here.
That is some prime real estate.
I have an open spot right there.
Lil Mama, that's going in the trash.
Oh no, little mama keeps her portrait up there. Don't worry, little mama.
I was just joking because that is the tiniest one up there. But that is an original. That's a Puminati original drawing of
shout out Spy Archive.
Yeah, Spy Archive does gnarly animal drawings. I don't know how the fuck she does it, but they're like photorealistic.
Talent.
Yeah, just skill, really. Something I don't really have.
But yeah, don't forget, Etsy.com/shop/John Cooper movie. Get them while they're hot. And if you want to see these episodes instead of just listening to them, you don't get the Easter egg, but you can go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour, like and subscribe, comment, all that goofy crap. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. And don't worry, if this episode did not cut it for you, you can truly get your fix. All you have to do is go to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We just wrapped another stellar season of Crafter Geoff Shuddy Edition, and we'll now be transitioning back into myself and Geoff getting mollywomped by Shuddy in Queef or No Queef. It's probably going to be another... I don't know. Each season is judged by two factors, cases and deals. Shuddy Boy is 6 for 6. So I don't know what this next season is going to be like, but I know people do really enjoy the journey of myself and Geoff just getting mushroom stamped.
Yeah, hopefully we have a more competitive season this time because Shuddy started pulling away about the halfway mark last year. Well, pulled away earlier than that, but it was kind of over by the halfway mark.
I feel like this is my season. I'm coming for your ass, Shuddy. You better get 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I'm gonna P Diddy right in your butt.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, think P Diddy can spare some.
So season's gonna be a freak off, Shuddy, right in your ass.
So join us. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Not only do you get a whole bunch more content and access to the entire catalog of Patreon shenanigans, but you also support the homies. Can't just be fucking, Joe Rogan and Last Podcast on the Left making all the money. You can support the homies too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to, if you're a fan of Mr. Alex Wilson, he is going to be a guest on the next What the Fuck Did I Just Watch recording tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. And I forget what movie it is, but it's a sick one, right?
We will be discussing Chopping Mall.
Yes. I love Chopping Mall.
Directed by the same person who directed that last piece of shit we watched. Hard to Die, Sorority House Massacre 3, and also Return of the Swamp Thing. He's responsible for.
All right. But you might like Chopping Mall the best out of those three, Shuddy, because it is good, campy, B-movie, schlocky, horror fun.
I have hope for it, and which leads me to believe that I'm going to be facing some disappointment.
Well, maybe going with a low bar then.
I'm going to just see how it goes.
Yeah. And you can also, speaking of supporting the homies, you can support Geoff Clark by listening to Outkick Bets with Geoff Clark.
Yep, week 4 this week. I had my first losing week in the NFL since November. I really fucking jinxed myself, as Puminati pointed out on Twitter, but hopefully I can right the ship and get back to my winning ways. Check it out, Outkick Bets. Even if you're not going to listen or not a sports bettor yourself, rate, subscribe, and review. That helped me out majorly, homies.
Do it up. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening. But until next time, something.